Imagine you wake up this morning and discover that yesterday simply never happened. No newspapers report its events. Your photos from that day vanish. Scientists around the world decide to reanalyze every single measurement as if that 24-hour slice of time was deleted. What would collapse? Let's run this wild thought experiment together. First, physicists gather data from every atomic clock on Earth. Each clock ticks by counting the oscillations of cesium atoms. If you erase one day, all clocks would suddenly disagree. Some would show a gap of 0 hours, others would jump 48 hours, and GPS satellites would broadcast impossible times. Engineers would scramble to recalibrate. This breakdown teaches us that our modern idea of time depends on the shared global bookkeeping of events. Without a day, these precision clocks lose their anchor. Next, astronomers revisit all telescope images taken during that missing day. They note that the sky never darkened or brightened in a continuous way. Planets that should have moved a few arc-seconds appear to teleport. The moon's position jumps in mid-air. To save their models, scientists would invent a time slippage, but some naughty may beyond ego will with it, so the same mess. Deleting a day forces us to patch our equations with fudge factors. Yet the underlying laws of gravity and motion remain intact, they just lose their predictable input. Meanwhile, geologists look at seismic records. The Earth's crust is always humming with tiny tremors. If you remove one day of seismograph readings, you break the chain of microquakes. Sudden silence would look like a global seismic blackout. But real tectonic processes do not stop. This clue shows that time is really the order of changes. If data are missing, it's as if nature refused to speak. But nature's story, plates shifting, volcanoes simmering, never holds. We simply lost the pages from our notebook. Now comes the trickiest part. Human consciousness and the definition of a day. In our brains, days are built from sunrise, lunches, bedtime stories, and the ticking of our biological clock. If yesterday never happened, memories would feel jumbled. People might recall an afternoon snack and then suddenly be in this morning. With no bridge, psychologists would study reports of time and leisure and discover that we rely on event markers, birthdays, your school bells, TV shows to sculpt our sense of base. Remove one day and our mental calendar collapses. When all the dust settles, what have we learned? First, the concept of a day. It's a human-made slice of a small, four-dimensional time. Physics doesn't care about calendars. It cares about continuous change. Second, our proof that time exists is built on detecting change. If you erase every sign of change in a block of time, you cannot tell if the interval passed. That means time's reality is inseparable from events. Finally, consciousness teaches these events into days. Without event markers, our inner clock falters. In the end, no fundamental law of physics breaks. Gravity still binds planets, atoms still oscillate, and tectonic plates still shift. What collapses is our bookkeeping of time and the mental scaffolding that holds our days together. This playful yet serious thought experiment shows that while time flows independently, our proof of its passage and our very definition of a day springs from change and consciousness. So next time you glance at your watch or wake up for breakfast, remember, you're the one giving time a shape.